I'm Ken Daly, and I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. But I've been up here for a long time, so I definitely call Indiana my home. I started brewing at home roughly 6 years ago, and that was when my wife surprised me with a birthday gift of a small home brew kit that she got at Brewer's Art here in town. Looking back, she probably has second thoughts on that, but but so since then, all the way to today, I am now brewing my 146th batch of beer. Stir it up. I have to stir it a lot because if you do that, you'll find some pockets that are like 5 degrees different than other pockets in here because of how the water mixed with it. What my goal is, I have a calculator that I use that tells you, depending on the amount of pounds of grain that you're putting in, how much water to use and what temperature that water needs to be. Because you want to, once this whole solution is together, it should be like in the mid 150s for it to be proper to get all the sugars out of the grain. And what this process is called, when you put that in, they call it doughing in. Kind of like bread. Okay, yep, I'm hitting low to mid 150s, that's good. All right, and this beer, this one uses 5 hop additions that you see here. Already have them, out half an ounce of hop. And the reason you put them in 5 times is when you add them at the beginning of the boil, that's when you're getting what they call flavor hops. Those are the ones you're going to taste more. Then when it gets towards the end of the boil, you add some really close to when you're just about done boiling, and those are aroma hops. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know how that works like that, but it does. Any hops you add early are the ones you're going to taste in your product. The ones you add right at the end are the ones you're going to smell. All right, this is for sparging. Now that this has been sitting in here for an hour, depending on the beer, most of them are an hour, some a little longer, but for a lager, we're an hour. So what I'm going to do now, you notice I have this preset up. This is where I'm going to start collecting what's called collecting the wort. W-O-R-T, it's not a pleasant sounding. So what I'm going to do now, this has been sitting in here for an hour, I'm going to start collecting. The reason is you want to develop a grain bed in here that you don't want to mix it up and get it. It's going to allow all the sweetness to escape from the bottom, which you see right here. And then I'm going to be adding fresh water on top of it that's going to be going through the bed and extracting more sweetness as we go. Now if you look in here, this is that's the grain bed. You can see a little bit above, and you have a bed, and then you have a bunch of liquid below. Now since I don't want to disturb that, this is called sparging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this over the top. The reason I'm doing this is this kind of creates almost like a push-pull, because this is going to push down through that grain bed, and it's going to extract more and more of the sweetness out of here. So I'll do that, I'll sparge a few of these like this, and then after I push it through a few times, then I will actually pull a few of these and put it in the boil kettle. And then I'll add fresh water on top of it, and every 10 minutes, repeat that process until I'm out of liquid, until I've pulled all the liquid.
There was one time when he had this keg, and then the next morning it just kind of like blowed up in bubbles. And it was kind of like a volcano, a little bit. And it was spilling everywhere. That was kind of funny. He said, "Hey, come over here." And then I looked at it and I'm like,
when I'm not brewing beer, let's say when the weather's nice, I do like golfing. What I would really tell people is if you have something, that you really enjoy, let's say it's a hobby or something you're passionate about, and you feel like, you would like to try to pursue it, don't hold back. You figure you get a chance in life, don't pass that up. Follow your passions. Try it. If it doesn't work, what do you have to lose? That's advice I'd give anybody, no matter what it is that you're passionate about.